Previously on Marrying Millions.
Yoo-hoo.
Hey!
Can I help you?
This is my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend? She's a little too pretty for him.
I met Gentil on a construction site. She needed some cheap labor, and I'm cheap.
Brian is definitely not financially successful as I am.
I guess I'll take the elevator. I've never dated a woman as rich as Gentil.
You know, you haven't really met any of my friends yet. So I think we should, get you to meet them at some point.
It's not my thing.
I mean, Julia's coming home tonight.
I mean, she knows I'm around, but I don't know if she knows the seriousness of it.
I haven't told my daughter Julia. Colton and I are dating.
My friend Colton and you are like dating.
Yeah.
We've got a dinner coming up. Some of my closest friends and business associates.
What if I don't go?
Well, how about if I just take somebody else then?
I'm not used to being around, super rich people.
Are you sure this is the life that you want to live?
I don't know, Mama.
Everybody else.
I am really wondering if this is appropriate.
These people make me so uncomfortable.
All right.
Cheers.
Ah, dang. Since Brian and I have been together, I haven't seen much of my girlfriends at all. Because Brian does not like to go out. So tonight, I really want to go all out. We're gonna go to my favorite restaurant, gonna have some drinks. So it'll be fun.
You look beautiful.
Your shoes. Let's see.
Hello.
Is this more than my car payment? They're $5,000 at least.
So you have to insure that thing, right?
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, with Brian in the house.
Sure. None of my girlfriends have actually met Brian, but they know what he does for a living. And they know that we have very different lifestyles.
I think that the sex has gotta be really good.
Well, yeah.
Brian's a construction worker. He's got no money. Gentil's type is usually lawyers, doctors, people that are very successful. Brian is definitely somebody different. Cheers!
All right.
Cheers again, ladies.
Glad you guys came out.
Hold that because you're dating Brian now that we're not gonna stop doing this.
Girl, of course not. Are you kidding me?
He hasn't texted you yet tonight?
Let's see. Hey, honey, hope you're having a great time. Know how to turn off the music? Oh, good Lord.
Echo! Echo!
What if he burns your house down? Oh, my God.
Do you lock everything up in the safe, like your jewelry and your money?
Oh, God. You guys are horrible.
Well, I can do a little screening on Brian if you want me to.
Credit check?
Yeah.
Has he asked you for money for anything?
No, he hasn't, actually. I understand their concern, but for me to value a man or a relationship has nothing to do with money or success. As long as they're a good person and they're honest and they care about me, that's what makes a good relationship.
I just want to make sure that he is with you because of who you are and not for your money.
I hope that it's not, because I have been used before by guys.
Gentil can be overly trusting. A guy she was dating tried to take her money before. We don't know if this guy's trying to do the same, so I think she definitely needs to be very careful.
Seems like he's always staying at your place.
Yes.
Have you even seen where he lives?
We haven't gotten to that exactly.
What? I think it's crazy. I don't understand how you can date anyone for several months and not see where they live. That's a huge red flag. How well do you really know him?
I understand where my friends are coming from, but I see Brian as sweet and funny, not a liar or a scammer, and that's why I want to marry him. I have faith that I'm with the right guy. Yeah, I'm hoping that I am.
My girlfriend Bree is having a hard time trying to fit into the Dallas social scene because she isn't used to the types of wealthy people that run in my circles.
I am really wondering if this is appropriate.
Ah, that's so good. We are 40 years different in age, and I think Bree feels like a lot of people are judging her.
These women are catty. She didn't even ask me my name before she was asking our age difference. If I didn't have to be there for you, I would have left. That's not how people treat people in my world.
I think for Bree to get more comfortable, she needs to feel that she is accepted.
Well, hello, Kathleen. How are you?
And so I invited my first ex-wife, Kathleen, over to my house to have a little chat.
Come have a seat in the living room.
Okay.
Maybe she could give me some good advice on how to help Bree fit into my world.
Can I make you a cocktail?
I have tequila with lime juice on the side.
I was Bill's original wife, and we were married for 15 years. We have 3 daughters. When I married him, he was broke.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We struggled with babies, we struggled financially, and so there were a lot of issues that pulled us apart. I did cheat on Kathleen, and it took over a decade for her to start being friends with me again.
Have you seen the girls lately?
I saw Rachel. She texted me this morning to see if I want to go to church with her in the morning.
I think I'm gonna go tomorrow, too.
Bree will be with me. Why do you laugh when I mention her name?
Because it's just so ridiculous. I have met Bill's girlfriend on a few occasions. She's much younger than our girls. Bill and I's daughters are 27, 29, and 31. She's harmless, but Bill's girlfriends are revolving doors.
I want you to help tell me how I can get her to be a part of my life here.
Look at it like this. Anna Nicole Smith and Papa never were accepted. And it's the same thing.
Are you equating me to a 94-year-old man in a wheelchair?
I think Kathleen thinks that me trying to get everybody to like Bree is fruitless, but I'm very happy with Bree, and I can see a future with Bree.
Maybe you two can spend some time together. You could give her some advice.
Oh, she probably's not gonna wanna hear what I would tell her.
You're so popular in town, and everybody loves you, that if you embraced her, I think the community would embrace her also.
Yeah. You know, I hate giving her all this advice, and then in 2 weeks you decide she's not gonna be in your life anymore, but I'll do it if you want me to. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'll do it for Bill. Cheers.
Cheers to you, too.
You look beautiful, as always.
Yeah, you too.
I appreciate that. I love you.
I love you too.
Tonight, I'm taking my daughter Julia and Colton out to dinner. This will be the first time that Colton and Julia have seen each other since I've shared our news with her. Colton and I are dating exclusively. So I'm hoping at dinner she will see us together and she will not be so weirded out by the fact that her mama is dating her friend.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi,
how
Ken.
you
There
doing?
she is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys kissed.
Yes.
Yeah, we do that
Yeah.
from time to
That's
time.
different.
I've been telling you it's happening.
I know, it's just like seeing it. It's a lot to process, and it's confusing, and it's a lot.
What looks good to y'all? Jules, what do you think you're gonna get?
I'm probably gonna get the salmon.
Colton?
I'm probably getting the roasted chicken because I'm not getting this $200 steak.
He's used to being on a broke college boy budget, as most guys in their 20s are, but Colton can order whatever he wants whenever we go anywhere. So, Julia? So overall, like, how do you feel about me and Colton?
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's weird and makes me question how, like, why.
I mean, I can understand the age differences. Pretty wild.
Yeah, you have 4 kids, one who is 18, who is friends with you.
But Julia, I'm friends with people that are older and younger
I'm
than
aware,
me.
but I'm like your kid, so.
This dinner is super awkward.
We've always been very close, and it stresses me out that I feel like our relationship is not
Yeah, it stresses
great.
me out too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to step in between y'all on that.
But it's happening, so we're all just gonna have to get on board.
This is why we're gonna go to counseling.
No.
Knowing that my daughter is so unhappy with something that really does make me happy, it just really puts a damper on how I'm feeling about my relationship.
I don't want to lose our friendship, so you can date my mom.
That's like the first time
feeling
you've
like
said
I
that.
can't tell you stuff because you're gonna team up with her or
I'm not teaming up with anyone.
whatever. Like,
Well, you're my kid, Julia.
okay, but he was my friend also.
I feel torn that my relationship bothers my daughter, and I really have to reconsider how to move forward if she doesn't become a lot more comfortable here pretty quickly.
Like, you just have to deal with it.
Sometimes I feel like life gets crazy.
Which one can mommy be?
You can be this one.
I'm Megan, I'm 25, and I'm from Canyon Lake, California. Does that one make candy? I grew up in a super small town. There's really nothing around. I mean, when I lived there, the closest thing was a Walmart. You want me to use the candy train?
Yeah.
I was never really the cool girl growing up. I had basically one friend, so most of my time was spent with my family. Family was everything to me. Beep, beep. My dad's a fireman, my mom's a school teacher. They weren't chasing these dreams of wealth or success. They just really wanted to help others. What is the blue one's name?
He's Thomas.
I went to UCLA for school, which was a huge change for me.
I love you.
I was living in this tiny, cramped apartment. There was 3 roommates, and there were cockroaches every time you go into the bathroom.
Where's Daddy?
I think he's coming home pretty soon. I was homesick, I was broke, I was struggling, and that's when Sean came into the picture. My life definitely changed instantly.
Hello.
Hi. Who's that? This is my handsome fiance, Sean Lourdes.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I was born in Los Angeles, but I grew up living all over the world. I lived in Italy, Switzerland, New Zealand. I went through 2 passports before I was 10, I think.
Good morning, guys. Hi. I have some food ready to go if you're hungry.
Yeah.
My grandfather started a publishing empire over 70 years ago, and I'm a 3rd generation to that publishing company.
You hungry?
Hungry.
I remember being picked up at school in a Rolls Royce with a chauffeur and a bodyguard. It was definitely a unique childhood. She outdid herself again.
And the best vegan food, too. I met Sean when I applied to be his assistant. I was so nervous. I thought, like, there's this business guy who's got millions in the bank, and he's probably gonna be, like, judging my every move.
I just immediately saw the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen. Like, maybe instead of working with her, I can ask her out on a date.
We went in his BMW i8 into a helicopter that flew across all of Los Angeles. It was so beautiful.
I had no budget.
There's never a budget, right?
I felt instantly connected to her. I felt safe with her. I could let my guard down. I didn't want to let her go.
He just asked me that night, like, do I want to move in? And 2 weeks later, I moved all my stuff from my cockroach-infested apartment into his Hollywood Hills house.
I just emptied out one of my drawers. It's like, please move in.
You gave me your whole closet.
Let's go to New York this weekend, because I know you've been missing it.
We had this whirlwind romance.
I get her jewelry, diamonds, and I like to take her to rare, exotic places all over the world.
Sean spoiling me was such a shock because I'm just this girl who goes to TJ Maxx.
I got a surprise for you if you try one.
Ew.
With Sean and I, everything happens so fast, and all of a sudden I find out that I'm pregnant.
Candy's not healthy.
Yeah.
Sean and I have a 3.5-year-old. His name is Sean Rain Lourdes II, SJ for short. He is the light of our life. Do you want to go on your bicycle?
I want to see you. He's just the kindest person, and he's the best of both of us. I just remember when he was in a stroller, and now he's like that. It's crazy.
Look at how fast he goes, too.
I tell Megan, I'm like, don't you want 2 of those? I want him to have a sister or a brother. So I was thinking, like, maybe we could think about having another baby. Maybe a girl. I mean, maybe.
Doggy.
Would you want a little sister?
Yeah.
I think we need to get married first. And then we can talk about that. Sean and I got engaged about a year ago, but every time I start talking about planning the wedding, he finds a reason to hold off. What do you think?
I just think we're married already because, we have the baby and everything. And why do you feel like that's important?
It's been my dream since I was like a little girl to get married, to have this beautiful white gown and my family by my side. We need to do it. It's more than a piece of paper. It's about having, a family and having a husband and wife, and it's special.
It's very tough for me to just think about marriage. My dad and mom, they got divorced. I never want that to happen to us. I was about 10 years old when my parents got divorced. It was a very tough time. Sometimes those pieces of paper ruin things. They just wanted to hurt each other. And it was in the papers, and Colorado is like some of the highest support settlements they've ever seen. That was the birth of me being afraid of all marriage. I do want to get married to you, of course, but my whole life, my dad, he said, don't get married. I come from a lot of family money, so I'm a little hesitant to get married because I feel it might mess up the good thing we have going. And if Megan and I didn't work out, I would definitely not want to go down the same road as my parents. There's a little fear in me.
But the best things come from fear, right?
Yeah.
I want to be with him only because of who he is, not because of what he has. And I just wish his family would be on board with this.
I don't want SJ to grow up without a brother or a sister. So let's get a wedding planner. Let's just do this.
Let's do the wedding.
Let's do it. Tequila time.
I love you.
I love you too.
Hey, sweetie.
Yes?
It's getting late. Why aren't you in bed?
I'm coming, sweetie.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
How was your night?
It was fun.
Yeah?
I had a one-man party.
You did?
I partied in the theater and in the basketball court. Drank up a bunch of booze, and I think I shorted out your electronic system.
Oh, wow. That's
I was just
terrific.
joking. I didn't get that carried away, but had a good time.
All by yourself?
Yeah. How was your night?
My girlfriends are asking lots of questions about you. Have to be honest, they do have some concerns.
Honey, they don't even know me.
Well, sweetie, it's partly your fault because you don't want to make an effort to really go out.
Why would we want to go? We have everything right here.
But we can't stay here in the house forever. I get that Brian likes to stay in, and normally I wouldn't push it, but I did let my girlfriends get in my head a little bit. It is a bit odd. I don't know where he lives. I haven't met his friends or his family. What is he hiding? Don't you think it's a little strange that, we've been hanging out for a while and I don't know where you live?
Is it something of importance?
Well, yeah, I think if we're gonna move forward, we should see your house.
Jean-T still doesn't know my living situation, and I'm a little embarrassed.
It's the size of your bathroom.
Well, that's okay.
Why are you embarrassed talking about where you live?
The truth is that I live with my parents. That's why I haven't invited Jean-T over.
I'm a little embarrassed.
Okay, but don't be embarrassed. It's okay. I'm not with Brian for money or stature. I'm with him because I love him. But if we're gonna move forward in this relationship, Brian's gonna have to show me more of his life, including where he lives.
I will take you there because if we're gonna move forward, I don't want to do anything to slow that down.
I knew at some point I'd have to tell Jean-T the secret, but I was just trying to avoid it for as long as possible. Clearly, my window is closed, and I'm afraid once she finds out the truth, she won't want to be with me anymore.
Hello.
Hey, honey.
Hey, baby.
Well, welcome home. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. I'm so glad that my ex-wife, Kathleen, has agreed to sit down with Bree and give her some advice on how to fit into Dallas society.
How's your day, my love?
Oh, it's been great. I think Bree's really going to appreciate hearing from someone who's been in her shoes. I had a visitor today.
Who came to visit?
My ex-wife, Kathleen.
Why? Did she just stop by?
Well, I invited her over. I think maybe she could help you with some of your issues. She definitely is a big deal in the society world here. What if Kathleen embraced you?
And then people would like me because someone else likes me?
Bingo.
Like, you hear what you're saying, baby.
I just want you to be able to go to these things and feel comfortable.
I can't get over the fact that Bill overstepped so much. For him to just think that he has so much control, like, I'm gonna set Bree here and it'll fix all her problems without even consulting her. Like, I'm not like a Barbie. You can't just, like, move me around.
Why don't you just go with me on this one that could end up having a pretty cool result?
If Bill can't see that this is a bad idea, there's no point in arguing. So because I love him, I'm gonna put on my smile, and I'm gonna go meet with his ex. But am I gonna like it? No. I know you're trying to help, so I'm going to participate.
Okay.
But I do also never want you to do it again.
Jules?
Yeah.
Hey, can I come in?
Sure.
How's it going?
It's fine.
It's so upsetting to me how things went down at dinner the other night. Julia is not handling the situation very well at all, and I honestly don't know what to do. I've been thinking a lot about the dinner that we had.
It was just, like, uncomfortable. It was not fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it was just so uncomfortable for you. I thought...
I don't want to cry.
I just would never want to do anything to cause problems between us or our relationship. It took enough to get us over the divorce that the thought of me doing anything that would create problems or cause friction between you and your sisters and me, and it's not something I'm willing to do ever. My divorce was extremely traumatic, and it had a huge impact on not just myself, but also on my kids. Divorce is excruciatingly hard, and there's nothing I can do to change it. I hope you know that you and your sisters are always my #1 priority. At this point, I feel like I have to do everything I can do to make sure that my kids never feel hurt or betrayed again. I can't even let myself think about the future with him until this area is squared away.
Please don't cry. Like, seriously, please don't cry.
No, it's fine.
When my mom gets emotional, it makes me feel bad. To see that she would give up her relationship makes me sad because I want her to be happy. I see how much you care. You're doing your part, so, like, I mean, I need to do my part and try to be supportive because that's what you deserve.
I love Julia so much, and I know that she loves me and truly wants me to be happy, so I hope she can be good with it and be comfortable. I love you.
I love you too. Love you.
I love you too, babe.
Oh, cute neighborhood. My boyfriend Brian and I have been together almost 6 months now, and in all this time, I haven't been to his place.
Hey, sweetums. I am en route there. Don't get my hopes up. Oh, sweetie, come on.
He's been secretive, he's been reluctant to show me the house, and I think he is ashamed of it a little bit because he's always comparing my place to his place. So honestly, I don't know what to expect.
Aw, how cute. Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
You're finally here.
I'm glad you invited me.
I knew
saying?
eventually you had to come.
Well, why were you so hesitant?
I don't know, it takes time to get to know someone before you start showing them, private stuff. The reason I haven't taken Gentil to my house is because I live with my parents and Gentil has no idea.
You shouldn't be so nervous. Oh my God, it's great.
I have absolutely no idea how Gentil's gonna react. I'm kind of afraid she's gonna break up with me when she finds out the truth. Come in, I'll give you the grand tour.
Oh, it's really nice.
Kitchen, that's where I do all my chef cooking.
Well, you said you didn't cook.
No, I don't cook.
So that's just for show?
Yes, it's for show.
Oh, granite, too. I'm impressed, sweetie. Brian's house, honestly, it's cute and it's clean. He had me scared that this is gonna be something so awful, so I'm quite relieved. Oh my God, is that you?
Yeah, it is. Those haircuts are back in style, so I don't know why you're laughing.
Aw.
I grew up in Minnesota, and I've always been really close with my family. Every time you go to get off a phone call with any of the family members, you have to say, I love you, goodbye, like 10 times before you hang up. Yeah, my sister and my brother, that's me, and that's my first mustache.
Oh my goodness.
My parents moved to Vegas a few years ago, and I missed them, and I needed to save some money, so I ended up following them here.
Well, why were you so hesitant to invite me over and show me?
Here's the thing.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I live with my parents.
You're kidding, right? Wow. Brian lives with his parents.
You're laughing inside. I can hear it.
No, I'm
it's
not
so loud.
No, I'm not laughing inside. Oh my God. Well, no wonder your house is so clean.
And that's why there's always food in the fridge.
Yeah.
I can't tell if she's laughing because she's okay with the news or if maybe she's just in shock. You want to see my room?
Yeah, let's see your room. You have a couple of roommates.
Down the hall.
And they're your parents.
I'm thinking maybe if I just continue the tour and change the subject, she'll forget what I told her. So are we okay?
I'm concerned a little bit because you weren't really honest. I just was hoping that you would trust me enough to give me that information.
I didn't want to lose you. Saving a good amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it sounds funny, but I really don't mind being around my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'm kind of a mama's boy.
Brian being close with his family, I think that's a great thing because I want a family a lot. But it just feels weird that he would keep something this big from me. The deceitfulness of it is what I'm concerned about. You've hidden a lot of stuff from me, and I want to see your point of view, but it's 6 months now. There should be no mystery. I'm worried about what else he can be hiding. What else could he be lying about or keeping from me?
Hi. I'm so excited to meet this girl. She's supposed to be the best. We organized this meeting with an amazing wedding planner. We've heard so many good things about her. I'm so excited to finally get the ball rolling, and she's gonna help us plan the best wedding ever. Thank you so much for meeting up with us.
Oh my God, of course. It's the most exciting time, right, of your life. We gotta plan an awesome wedding.
My parents' divorce made me afraid of marriage, to be honest. And it's tough for me still to even think I'm gonna get married. I mean, I know I'm marrying the right person, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous.
We heard you planned Beyonce and Jay-Z's wedding, so we want it to be bigger.
Oh,
bigger than
that.
Everything I do in my life, it has to be big. Big or go home. So if I'm actually gonna get married, I want this to be the most sensational wedding anybody's ever done. It's once in a lifetime, so I want it to be just grand.
The biggest thing is gonna be budget.
We have an unlimited budget.
We literally can do anything.
At one point, I was thinking, let's do like baby white tigers, like, you know, running around and like something awesome.
Like, I want to have it somewhere like super iconic. I love New York City.
Hey, if you have no budget, Why don't we just like close off Central Park for the day or something and do something crazy?
I'm open to that.
That I've never seen.
As a little girl, I never really thought that I could do anything at my wedding. I thought I would have my wedding at a church, you know, like everybody else does in my family, and I can literally do anything that has ever been a dream of mine. It's insane.
Well, now the next question is, when is it gonna be?
So it's gonna be pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want another kid, and she wants to get married before we have another kid.
I've always had a vision of having a summer wedding, and it's coming up quick, so I don't see a point in wasting any more time.
Your families have met and they know each other,
Not really.
get along?
I haven't told my parents that we're getting married so quickly.
Wow.
They shouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah, we'll see. So even though Megan and I have a child already, I still don't think I have the full support of my family. Like, just when the word marriage comes up, immediately they're scared. My dad especially doesn't want me to like focus on any relationships. He's just like, focus on work, build your business empire. I don't know how he's gonna take it that we're gonna get married now.
When do you get to speak with him? Where is that? Is that here in New York?
He lives in Miami.
All right, so next steps, you're going down to Miami. And how do you guys envision that going?
There is like a little bit of friction there. He's on his third wife.
And he didn't get married to the third one. He's just engaged for life. So he's like, that's the way to do it. Marriage is a contract, I've been told, and there's consequences if you break it, but you gotta take chances. I know they're concerned if Megan is just here for the money, but I know she's not. I just hope they trust me.
We're gonna go down there and try to convince him. I know Sean's nervous about telling his parents about the wedding, and so am I, but they need to stop bullying him into not getting married. And I am not gonna let anything stand in the way of my dream of marrying Sean.
Hopefully in Miami, you guys can get a good reaction from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're crossing our fingers.
I honestly can't stop thinking about my visit to Brian's house the other day. I assume that Brian lives very modestly because he's a construction worker, but I never imagined that he lives with his parents. And it's something really big to keep from me.
Sweetie.
How are you? Rose is one of my oldest friends. I've known her for a long time, and even though she hasn't met Brian, I trust her judgment completely. I definitely need some advice from her. Oh, it was great seeing you the other night and the girls.
Yes, and what about you and Brian?
He finally invited me to his house.
Really? And how was that?
Well, you know, the house is very cute, but also, girl, he lives with his parents.
Oh. That is a big red flag for me. Genty just dropped a bomb. Brian lives at home. I mean, what the heck? How old is this guy? I mean, what is she thinking? I don't understand.
And he said that he's living with his parents now to save some money. But he also said that he likes being with his parents. And you know me, I don't have any family. I was born in Cambodia during the Khmer Rouge War. And my father, my brothers and sisters were all killed. And my mom was the only family that I had. But she passed away a couple years ago. Now I'm all alone. I don't really want to just throw in the towel. You know, it feels real. And, you know, it'd be nice to belong to kind of like a family, you know, and maybe that's another reason I maybe settle sometimes. Because I don't have family. So I kind of latch on sometimes maybe to these guys that have a good family or a nice family, right? Just to feel that I belong somewhere. I want a family a lot. I'm successful enough now where I have a lot of things, but I don't even have anyone to pass it on to.
You know, you have so many friends and we're all your family, you know?
Yeah, no. You know, it's always a little bit different, you know? I would trade a lot of things to have a family.
I'm trying to look at the bright side of things.
You know, I understand how you feel, but you still gotta be careful. You don't want to end up with the wrong guy, you know? Bill asked me to meet with Kathleen, his ex-wife, to get advice on how to fit into the social scene. Kathleen and I have exchanged hellos and goodbyes, but we've never sat down, just me and her, to have a conversation. But since Bill encouraged this all to happen, hopefully it's helpful. Thank you for meeting me.
Bill told me I needed to do it, so...
Yeah, I got the same message.
Bill asked me to talk to Bree. I don't know if she's going to listen to me. I don't think it's going to work, but I'll do it for Bill.
I'm actually surprised that you were even willing to meet. But maybe you have a tip of what to do. When we go to events, I feel shunned. I feel people staring at us. I feel, you know, the little pointing. What can I do to at least have them give me a chance?
The other wives, they feel, you're a 20-year-old with a 61-year-old. It's disturbing to them because it's younger than his daughters.
Get it? I know my age is obviously something that separates me.
Yeah.
But is there anything I can do to open people's eyes?
Bree, you're a child.
I
He's your
get
grandpa.
our age, trust me, I know, I hear it all the time.
He looks like your great-grandpa.
It's definitely not cool that she keeps calling me a child. Name calling is, you know, the definition of being childish. I don't care how it looks.
The problem is these women feel uncomfortable around you because they know about Bill.
What do you mean?
They know that Bill likes women. I mean, I don't want to hurt you, but Bill is not a faithful person. He's a cheater. And you have to know that. I mean, he was on a date last week with somebody.
This is completely ludicrous. I thought this get-together was to help me and to know this community, and instead she just told me that the man that I'm in love with is a cheater and a bad guy. I feel like I know the person I'm in a relationship with.
Are you saying you think Bill's been faithful?
I do believe he has been.
Absolutely not. We all love Bill, but this is part of our Bill. He has a wandering eye. He always has. He always will. How can you be happy with yourself in that relationship if you know that Bill cheats?
I do not know that Bill cheats.
Well, I will tell you this, you're wrong. I know that for a fact.
How do you know Bill's cheating on you?
I have very close friends that have seen him at events and on trips with other women.
And is this recently? Do you have proof?
Yes.
I know, but you understand where you couldn't believe something unless you saw it yourself, correct?
I believe it because I know people that have been there.
I definitely feel that she's trying to put doubt in my head or make me lose faith in the person that I love. I don't know if she's jealous because I'm with Bill, but it's extremely clear that I should only take what Kathleen's saying with a grain of salt. He's given me reason to trust him. He has earned my trust because it was not given.
I mean, this is a pattern of 10 people. What makes you think you're different? You're young, almost a child? I mean, what makes you think that?
Maybe you've seen a different side of him that I have seen.
You're being very naive to think
I'm not
that.
being naive. I'm being trustful.
I was married to him almost as long as you're alive. Maybe you can still love a man that will not be faithful. Maybe it's worth, you know, having the big lifestyle and loving Bill, but that does come with it. And you have to know that.
I care a lot if he cheats.
Okay.
And that will not be accepted in our relationship.
Well, what if you don't
And I would
know?
love-
Unless you corner Bill and you catch him in something, he ain't gonna tell you. I believe Bree will not leave Bill if she finds out that he's cheated on her. She's naive, and I think she's gonna be in for a rude awakening. So I'm telling you this as a helper. Protect yourself.
Next on Marrying Millions.
I'd like to get you out of the house, okay? Start mingling a little bit.
Meet your friends.
Yes.
Knowing that Gentil's friends have reservations about me, I'm pretty nervous about meeting them.
If you hurt this girl,
You'll cut my penis?
Well, that would be the least we could do.
God, I wish you could put on a penis and date her.
We've been like tossing around the marriage idea.
Do you think that he just wants like a trophy wife?
My family and friends have their concerns about Drew, but I love him.
Yeah, that's for you.
Wait, you're serious right now?
I'm dead serious.
Do you think Bill's cheating on you?
I'm afraid of it being true. All she's talking is about how, you know, you cheated on her and you cheated on all the rest of these girls.
I've heard her say that so many times.
I'm so glad this is funny to you. I need to know if it's true or not.